besties, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing the
Intimidating TBR Pile Challenge. That was an intimidating mouthful, that was. And it's by, the original creator is Lindsey Ray.
It's literally your
Originally
name.
created. She's deleted her video. It's on private, so you can't see that. But
we're still going to do the tag.
I found the challenge on.
So yeah,
the
we're
interwebs.
both being like slight little reading slumps. So this seems like an appropriate tag to do right now.
Big reading slumps. Disney.
I'm just out of mine.
Disney played me. Okay. The
First question is.
I thought we were going to say all in sync, but then I got excited about us doing it and it didn't happen.
Number one.
Challenge
On your TBR that you haven't finished yet.
Lucy, go, because you said it.
Okay. I have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen.
Did you see me flinch then? I was like, whoa!
Yeah, I started this, my bookmark just flew out, so I have no idea now where I was. I started this last month. I just wasn't in the mood. Well, I guess it could have worked for one, but I haven't finished it. I plan on finishing it.
I did.
It's quite dense, so
didn't I?
I need to be in the mood to read it.
So my book that I started and didn't finish is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson.
Everyone talks about this. Is it a series?
No, that's the Mistborn series.
Oh, okay.
This is. I heard this was a standalone, but then a cheeky person said he might be coming out with the second one, so I was a little bit
Who's
annoyed.
the cheeky person?
Everyone.
Cheeky little person.
But this, I listened to some of it on the audiobook, and I didn't actually listen, so didn't really have a clue what was going on, and ended up being like 50 pages in and clueless. This is about two sisters who are princesses. One's set to marry like a god king, and then the other one takes her place. That's not what got me. It was the magic system is told in breaths. Not told in. The magic is breaths.
So this is told in breaths, I don't
told
understand.
in breaths. Yeah, magic and I believe colour. That's what got me. But yeah, so that may or may never happen.
Okay, so number two is a book you just haven't had time to read yet. I have gone with Cinder by... Stop flinching, I'm going to hit you! Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I feel like because it's such a long series that this is required some time. And
that's winter.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy.
So I feel like if I read this, then I have to read the next and the next, and that's very time consuming for me. Yes. So I just have not found the time to tackle this series.
Mine is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. This also works for the first challenge. Started listening to the audiobook and didn't pay any
a lot of
attention.
mine crossover as well. You could probably have them from multiple.
Yeah. The third book is coming out this month, and everyone's really excited about it, and I haven't even started the first book. But it's about like a trainee assassin on a vengeance hunt, and we all know how everyone in the fantasy world loves a good vengeful assassin. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, the next question is, you haven't read because it's a sequel. I have The Scorch Trials by
bright.
James Dashner. I don't have them with me, but I have the entire Maze Runner series. I got them all from charity shops for £1 or 50p each.
Bargains.
I literally found them in like 3 consecutive charity shops on the same day. They were all there, including the prequel book. I just haven't read any of this series yet. I still have them on my shelf.
Have you watched the film?
I've watched all but the last film.
Did you enjoy the film?
I did. I liked the films. That's why I bought them, because I thought I will give this a chance. But I just haven't given them a chance yet.
Just haven't. My sequel is I've gone for all white books.
I was thinking that they all look the same.
They do. Is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. The first one, I think, is smaller than this one. But
I've not read the first one.
No, I have not read the first one. But my issue is everyone says the first one is phenomenal and the second one's a bit shit.
Yeah, it puts you off starting.
So I'm a bit... But it's only a duology, so I love these covers as well. Like, they're so pretty. Oh yeah, sorry, just... And then there's some like read things going on. And Mum got me them for Christmas. So, but yeah, you know, book cover challenge.
Okay, next one is haven't read because it's brand new. So this is not necessarily brand new out. I took it as like a brand new purchase. So this is like the last book I bought, which is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Just bought this like 2 weeks ago. Haven't had a chance to pick it up yet, but everyone has like recommended. Yeah, really red edges. Everyone has told me you have to read this. Everyone on BookTube is like, this is so good. Like,
see, I've only ever seen really bad reviews.
Well, I see a lot of people saying that it takes a lot of like concentration, but like once it's got a really good payoff. So I'm really excited to read this. I will read this soon, but haven't read it yet.
Excitable. My book that is brand new, I literally got it in the post yesterday, is Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. I was, as we previously stated, were in a reading slump, and I thought, what better?
You just did that, and it's got that
smells
so great
good,
new
doesn't
book
it?
smell.
Smells so
love
good.
It.
But this is about 2 people, this one and this one, and they work in a pumpkin patch every season for all of like high school. I don't know when that is because we don't do high school in England. So I don't have a clue when that is, but it's their last one together and they plan to make it a bang. So I thought this would be great to get us out of our, well, you can borrow it, but hopefully this will get me into the Halloween spirits and out of my reading slump.
Okay, so the next question is a book by an author you've read but don't really like or haven't really liked. So, I found this one really hard because I don't have a lot of books on my shelf that
I stuck with this one.
But so I went with Let It Snow, which is...
That's mine.
I did steal this from you. It's by John Green and a few other... Maureen Johnson and Lauren...
Miracle.
Miracle, that's a very strange name. But basically I picked this because John Green is sort of like a...
Hit or miss.
Yeah, it really is a hit or miss. Like, I really love Turtles All the Way Down, but then there's a few of his other books that I'm like, I really don't like. Like, I did not like Looking for Alaska. I don't like Will Grayson or The Abundance of Catherine.
All of his
and I feel
books.
like because I've not liked a lot of his books, but I like some, and also I read them quite a long time ago, maybe I won't like his writing anymore. So I'm going to give this a go, probably at Christmas. Cause it
well,
feels,
if you did it any other time, you would
wintry,
be a monster.
So yeah, I haven't read anything by the other 2 authors. But
my book is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I read last month or the month before, maybe a month before that, who knows, sometime this year. I read all of the Spiderwick Chronicles in a month, and basically hated every single one of them.
Did you like the first one?
Well, I absolutely adored the first one as a kid. I remember thinking it was the best thing ever. I bought like the rest of the series and I had these cool like little single editions. They were really cute and I just never read them, so I got rid of them. And I remember loving it so much and I was like, let's go back to being like 10. That was a terrible idea. I have a really beautiful edition of it. That is the only reason I'm keeping it, because it is beautiful, but they were shit, so I'm concerned about starting The Cruel Prince. People either really, really, really love it.
Is it a sequel?
Or hate it. No, it's The Cruel Prince is the first one.
Wow. The next question is a book you're not in the mood for.
Everything at the minute.
For this, I've got Easy Rider Raging Bulls by
Can you say that again?
Easy Riders Raging Bulls by Peter Biskind. Basically, this is like a book about, it's a non-fiction about like cinema through the 60s and 70s and the way it sort of changed Hollywood during this time with the sort of style of cinema that was coming out. I'm really into like cinema in general. It's my one true love in the world. But I have to be really in the mood to read.
I plug you all the time.
You do. My number one fan. Just to read my reviews.
I read the star rating in the last paragraph.
Good yeah, so I have to be really in the mood to read this sort of type of heavy film history book. Like, because there's just so much information to take in, and also like
the cover is a lot to take. Oh my god,
the writing's really small. It's quite a thick book, but this is sort of like the book everyone says you should read about. Yeah, there'll be like pictures from like the films. But yeah, I just haven't. This is quite a new purchase actually, but I do want to get to this at some point. I just have to be really in the mood to read a heavy cinema non-fiction book.
I get that.
Yes,
Mine
one
is-
like that anyway.
Mine's a completely different thing, and I've gone for Dream a Little Dream by Giovanna Fleck. Read loads of them. I loved them. I think I loved them more than you did, to be fair. You
I
were a
think
lot
so.
more critical of them.
Yeah, I think that's just the way I am with like
Yes.
romance style books.
And
in
I
general.
I don't know if this is the most pretty cover, I think, and I don't know if it's going to live up to it. I know that's really stupid.
I enjoyed
But
this
I
book
have...
more than the sequel to Billy and Me, which is the one after this.
I really enjoyed You're the One That I Want.
I really like that one.
But when I read these other ones, they were kind of all the books I read. Now I barely read books like this, so I'm worried that I'm going to hate it, basically. So, you know, hopefully
Hopefully
I
maybe.
won't hate it.
Eventually when you're in the mood. Okay, the next question is a book you haven't read because it's enormous. I don't have a lot of huge books on my shelf because the bigger books tend to be like high fantasy or like big science fiction. I don't have a lot of those, but I picked Wool by Hugh Howey. Everyone recommends it. It's like the next Hunger Games.
I saw the second one in the charity shop today, and I was going to get it you, but then I was like, I'm not going to put that on
this
you.
This is just over 500 pages long, and it's a series as well.
I got about 50 pages into that, and I was physically reading it, and it took me forever.
Yeah, that's why I have it.
difficult.
It's big, and it's sort of like big as well, like not just in like the
And
size.
I asked, Mum has read the whole series, and
Yeah.
I asked her, I said, Mum, I'm really struggling with this. If I DNF it, am I missing out? And she was like, no. So
Yeah.
I was like, see ya, I'm done.
Yeah, this is one that I feel like if I don't get to in the next couple of months, it probably won't stay on my shelf much
I really
longer.
like the cover though.
I do. It's meant to be like, I always see it everywhere.
It's cool.
But like,
I like
I
it.
never see the sequel or the third one, so maybe you're right, maybe people just read this one and go,
Done. My next book is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I got given to this by one of my old colleagues, Lucy's current colleague. No, both of our old colleagues.
oh, is that what
Lucy
Lucy
gave it me. Not this one. Different Lucy. And she gave me the second one too, said it was absolutely phenomenal, much better than the TV series, which I haven't watched. But the only thing that I really know about this is it says on the back, a world of witches, demons and vampires. And if you are well known to me or this channel, you just need a vampire anywhere in it and I'll read it. So I will get to it. I'm quite excited. I feel like that could be a Halloween-y book. Oh, we've got a paranormal challenge next month. I could read it next month.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, so next challenge, number 8. One that you bought because of the cover, and I don't buy a lot of books because of the cover. I like to know what they're about, else I won't buy them. But I have Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you just showed me that because I was going to buy you that.
Alan Dean Foster. I bought this dead cheap, like from I think it was from Waterstones, but it was in like the sale. It's been on my shelf for like literally years. But like I bought it because obviously the cover, Star Wars, one of my favourite things in the entire world. I love this film. I love the poster. Like, it's beautiful. And I thought, well, one day I will read this because it's like a novelisation of the film, and
I just watched the film.
That's exactly what I sort of have been doing. But I will maybe once the trilogy is finished at the end of December, and I'll read it at some point then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I buy all of my books because I like the covers because I'm fake. I'm a fake fan. So I bought City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty.
How many times did you practice that before I turned up?
Actually 0. I just know how to say it. I bought this in America. It was one of my plans to buy. I don't like this though. That bothers me.
Does it not go? Oh no, I don't like
that. Hurts my emotions, but you know, it was the only one, so I bought it. It does sound really appealing. It's a high fantasy book about, I think it's Indian mythology, but probably very wrong over
Now
here.
look at the cover.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it is.
You want to see the next one.
Oh, I love all this.
Yeah, this is beautiful. And I literally want to just go and buy the next, like, 3. Just because they're so pretty. But I am interested in reading it. It's also a hunky book.
All of the books are pretty
Yes,
hunky.
they're all pretty hunky.
Okay, and the final question of this tag is one that you find the most intimidating. And, like, if anyone knows what this book is, then you'll know how intimidating it is. It's S by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. But it's not really like that. It's actually The Ship of Theseus by this, like, V.M. Stracker. And it's, again, it's one I've started many years ago. I can't believe this is still my book. Oh, but so this is not your typical book. It is basically all done as an interactive book. It's a library book that is written...
Is it actually a library book? Like, is this a real story, or is it something they've made up and then noted on?
No, it's like a fake book. Like, the whole book is written, it's fiction as well. It's called The Ship of Theseus. That's the book. And then inside the book there is... so 2 people have basically had this book out, and they've written notes to each other in it. But inside, there's also things they've left in it for each other to read about the author and the history of the book. It is. And then as you go through, there starts to be new writing in new colours because they've gone back through and written it again. So you don't know when they've written this stuff. You sort of have to decide on your own merits if you want to read the notes first, the whole book first. And there's so many, like, little postcards bits in it. It's a really amazing...
I lost bits.
Yeah, well, I bought this from a charity shop, and it had all the bits in it. Like,
did you check afterwards?
Yeah, I went basically because they weren't all in the right places, so I had to. Luckily, there was a guide online that said exactly where every piece went.
I feel like their hats has to be that.
In case people it fell out, and it's see, I've already lost. Oh no, that's the bit from the back because it's like a. It's like a mystery as well. It's got so many layers and it's just so intimidating. I don't know how to read it. Someone tell me how to read it.
Help me.
Yeah, it's such a great concept and I literally love it. But I just... It's hard work. When I started to read it, like... I got really busy at uni and therefore didn't pick it up for like 3 weeks and I'd already sort of lost it. Like you have to dedicate your time to read this
That's
book.
like a book a week off work and read the whole thing.
Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my intimidating book.
My intimidating book...
Is it as intimidating?
No, definitely not. Is the Grimm Brothers Fairy Tale Complete Collection. It's beautiful. I bought this from Costco. It's such a gorgeous edition. I don't do well with like ye olde English, but I really want to try it. I'd like to do maybe like a fairy tale a month, that kind of thing, just so I can work through it because it would be interesting.
Maybe that could be a challenge.
As big Disney fans, there are some like Cinderella and stuff in here.
But
I know
darker.
It's not like the films, so I want to know what the OG ones actually are. That interests me, and the pretty gold pages. They're so sparkly. But yes. So that was the intimidating TBR pile book tag. You missed the pile.
Well, I don't remember.
Well,
you just told me we were doing this video. Thank you for watching. We will have all our socials linked in the description below. Please come and subscribe to our channel if you've had fun.
Give us a thumbs up.
Because we have fun.
We always have fun.
And we will see you next time.
Bye!